Good morning. I am late getting my video out to you guys. I'm so sorry about that. This is our memory work from week 10. We had a couple kiddos missing from class, so I think it's especially important for me to get this out. Okay, we talked a little bit. We started skip counting the squares, and we started singing. We started discussing a little bit about what squares are and how they're different from the other skip counting we've been doing. And that is to the tune of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain When She Comes. Latin, we have article rules. Latin has no translation for articles a and the. And we're continuing with the Yankee Doodle song for these 3 weeks of Latin rules. So this one goes, Latin has no translation for articles a and the. So how that ties to last week's was, or week 9 was, could you move that please? Latin verbs have different endings called conjugations. Latin has no translation for articles a and the. Science, we're talking about the respiratory system, and we put that to a tune as well. So what are some parts of the respiratory system? So it goes, some parts of the respiratory system: nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, lungs. These are some parts of the respiratory system. English is to lie. This one you really got to keep an eye on because it is not what you would expect it to be. It's to lie, lie, lies, lay, lying, lane. So, and that is the second half of the tune that we've been doing. So this is going to go to lie, lie, lies, lay, lying, lane. Timeline, Japan's Heian period, I think it is. So we are going to create the shape of Japan. We are like outlining the island and going up at the side. So Japan's Heian period. Then we have Charlemagne crowned, and then E for emperor. Emperor of Europe. Next to the speaker's lever. Then we have A for Alfred. Alfred the Great of England. We're going to hold one hand like this and shake that hand. England. Now, this is red in ASL. Eric the Red. And Leif Erikson is his son, so rock like a baby. Leif Erikson, Norse explorers. And then V for Vladimir the First. Now, for numbers, we shake it to show this isn't a letter. I'm not doing a D. This is a 1. Vladimir the First of Kiev. Then we have a B, Byzantine, and emperor again with an E, emperor. B, Basil the Second, 1000 AD, 1000 AD. East-West schism of the church. Makes that sound in the recording. The song is really fun for history. So the signs we're doing are, we have president for President Polk believed. And then we're just doing war for Mexican War. And then for Gadsden Purchase, you just put your hand out like, pay up. The Gadsden Purchase. And then take that same hand and in the mid 1800s, and then you can clasp your hands to shake, affirmed Americas. And we're going to go out like this for manifest destiny. Manifest destiny. And I told them to spread, for spread, we're going to spread like we're spreading peanut butter. To spread across the continent. This is the sign for North America. And we kind of do this because the music has that Mexican guitar that's so fun. So, President Polk believed that the Mexican War and the Gadsden Purchase in the mid-1800s affirmed America's manifest destiny to spread across the continent. States and capitals, we finished this week. The recording says Helena, Montana, and that can trip you up. It's not Helena, it's Helena. It's Helena, Montana. So, that one goes Helena, Montana, Boise, Idaho, Olympia, Washington, Salem, Oregon, Juneau, Alaska. Bible, we're adding 7 more. We've got Romans through Colossians. In the recording, it says letter to the Romans. So last was Acts, and then we go letter to the Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, and we just have, in the next 2 weeks, we're going to finish the New Testament, which is so great. We'll have both the Old and New Testament books, the Bible, down by memory, which is such a great thing to have. Now, so fine arts, we practiced the rhythms going through the Yankee Doodle song. We sing through it, and then we made a switch from the Dona Nobis Pacem song to make an effort to play Yankee Doodle as a class. If there's anyone who's been practicing Dona Nobis Pacem and feeling confident in it, we could totally have a couple of kiddos play that song together during the Christmas performance. As a class, we're going to do Yankee Doodle, and hopefully that will be a more appropriate challenge as a class. So please let me know if you have a kid who's interested in playing the more challenging piece. Our Christmas performance is Wednesday next week. So we have, we're going to meet for week 11. And then 2 days later, we're going to have our performance on Wednesday evening. So we still need to decide on class material that we're going to present to everyone as a class. It can be anything that we've learned so far this semester.
Is that for the end of the year?
We do that at the end of the year too. And so if anyone has a suggestion, I have one in mind, and I think I'll just email all of you what we'll probably do. All right. Have a great week. And once again, I'm sorry for getting this to you so late.